Happy April, Aries. I hope all is well with you. I want to start off by apologizing for not being able to do last week's reading due to some technological inconveniences, okay? And also decided to do the crooks, the crooks ansada spread for you, okay? So, which is right here, all right? So this is for April 2nd to April 9th, all right? If I got that right. I want to throw in the extra date since I missed the whole week. All right, so let's begin. For your starting point for the week, you have message from water, okay, Aries? This could be a message from a water sign, an older water sign, like a motherly figure. It could be an older aunt. They could be trying to communicate with you about somebody else in their life, maybe their child. They're trying to tell you that maybe their child isn't feeling well and that you may need to come and visit them for whatever reason. All right, with this, I do feel like this feels like internet communications for me too, about a job or like about a business getting off the ground is what it feels like to me, okay? And with this, I feel like there's some element of confusion with this, with the way somebody's coming to you and explaining how a business is getting off the ground. So I feel like there's some kind of confusion there. Like, okay, I thought this was going to occur on Tuesday, not Wednesday. Like that kind of feeling, all right? So this kind of feels to me like a setback. It could be like a meeting setback, all right, where something was planned out, but like it got canceled at the last minute, that kind of feeling, okay? With this, though, if it is going to be water, I feel like there's some kind of emotional attachment with this. I feel like you could have planned something out with a whole lot of emotional attachment into it, and suddenly it just got canceled, or you just had to cancel it, is what it feels like to me, okay? It could be due to like personal situations in your life, like someone passed, or something happened where you just want to just spend time alone. You don't really want to be around too many people right now. I feel like you spent a lot of time with people already, okay? So it's like you needing to spend time with yourself, all right? So people may be a bit disappointed, but you come first, all right, is what this feels like, okay? So if you got to take time out for yourself to make better sense of what's been going on in your life. I feel like you've had a lot of losses recently, so I feel like you're just trying to detach for a little bit, okay? All right, so that's the energy leading in your second position. What you have what you're waiting on, okay? So you're waiting on your eight of earth here. You could be waiting on an earth sign, is what it feels like. Maybe some kind of collaboration. You were hoping to collaborate with them on something. Maybe you noticed that their work is really good, so you're like, oh my god, I love this person's stuff, and you really want to work with them, all right? So you're working hard, I feel like, to like hold on to this relationship as well, all right? With this, I feel like you're very determined. I feel like you've been trying to get somebody's attention really hard, and they're like they could be just wrapped up in their own stuff. I don't think they really mean to not come to you or connect with you again. I just feel like they're really busy, and you're really busy too. You've got a lot of personal stuff, and they also have personal stuff going on too. If not that kind of situation, I do feel like you're trying to help out an earth sign. You're trying to get them together. You're trying to heal them. You're trying to get their life back on track, and you're hoping that they're gonna work hard to do so, all right? But I feel like you're a very prominent figure in this person's life right now. You could be a sister, all right? You could just be a really close friend, and you're looking out for this person, okay? If not that kind of situation, I feel like you've had your eyes on this person, if not earth sign, but just somebody that you've noticed them working really hard, and you want to talk to them. You haven't spoken to them in a while, so it's kind of like you're trying to hold on to your relationship with this person. I feel like the relationship kind of deteriorated in the past, so I feel like you're looking for a way to get back into their life, is what this feels like, okay? So what this feels like, you're waiting on communication from someone, all right? In your third position, which is your present, you have the seven of water here. So you got a lot of water going on, water sign energies going on around you right now, okay? With this, this person could be a cousin. You could be noticing someone that is very dreamy. This card represents dreams, dream-like dream-like situations that are going on in your life right now is what it feels like. I feel like you're like hoping and praying that something's going to change, possibly with an earth sign, or possibly just in general you're hoping for things to change. All right. In terms of like health, you're hoping and praying that, you know, your health changes or someone else's health gets better is what it feels like to me. Okay. Look, I'm hearing pregnancy with this. All right. So you could be finding out that someone is pregnant around you, and you're trying to like piece together like how you don't understand how this person probably wasn't really sexually active that much, and you're like trying to figure out how the hell they got pregnant. All right. Like when did they conceive? How did it happen? All right. And if you're past that, I feel like you're trying to figure out, okay, if are they having a boy or a girl. All right. So I feel like like I say, you're very prominent in this person's life. All right. I feel like this is more external to you than anything. These are energies that are happening around you. All right. If you're pregnant, it could be like a surprise. You could have had a pregnancy scare about a month or two ago, and it's like, oh my God, I don't want that to happen again. I have enough children. That's what this feels like to me, okay? So more like a dream-like state, okay? Like fantasizing. This feels like fantasy to me too. You're fantasizing, you know, what would it be like if I had another child? Or what is this person's life going to be like that's in mind? That how are they going to deal with having a child is what it feels like. In your fourth position, which is your future, you have the Two of Air here, okay? You could be dealing with air signs like Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You could be communicating with them, and they're frustrated for whatever reason. They could be frustrated with you. Like I said, you have to cancel something, or they had to cancel something on you, etc. Is what it feels like. All right? With this, though, there is some kind of level of patience dealing with this person. If this is a person that you're dealing with, this could actually be like a love relationship that's from a distance. All right, so I feel like they've been kind of like playing games with you. They've been wasting your time. They've been telling you one thing and then they mean something else. So it's like all this kind of back and forth stuff that you're just tired of dealing with is what it feels like to me, okay? You could be dealing with headaches, or you know someone around you that has been dealing with headaches, all right? And it's kind of like causing them a lot of pain, causing you a lot of pain, all right? But that will get better, okay? But that this is a person now, you got to chill, or they have to chill. They're a bit too needy is what it feels like, okay? So you got to like splash some water on that person a little bit. But that's your future. Okay, so if that's like somebody's like really in need of your time, but it's not a negative, it's not necessarily negative in some cases. I just feel like they're really like, I need you. You need to be by my side, like a kind of like a shoulder to cry on kind of feeling there. In your fifth position, which is your instincts, you have the Seven of Fire here, okay? The Seven of Fire is basically like it deals with travel. You could be traveling, having to travel to see somebody that's a farther distance from you. All right. With this, I do feel like someone is taking some time off from work, possibly to spend time with family. This could be like I said, someone that could have passed, and you're trying to spend time with your family right now, is what it feels like to me. Okay, like I said, with the travel, this person, like I said, they're farther away from you. It's an emotional travel. It's a passionate travel. If not heavy emotions, this is like a healthy emotional situation where like you're in love with someone that hasn't seen you, so you're traveling to go see them. All right. And I feel like you're taking some things with you. You could be bringing your children if you have any. You could be bringing your husband, etc., boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever it may be. All right. And I feel like the other person that you're traveling to go see is like, why are you bringing all these people with you? All right, I thought I just told you to bring yourself, and you're like bringing all these people. You're bringing like your whole posse with you. Like, what's going on here? All right. If not that, it could be like a family reunion situation where like you're seeing and meeting cousins that you never met. You're meeting people that you haven't seen in years, 10 years, possibly even 20, is what it feels like to me. So emotional traveling is what's going on. Passionate traveling. Okay, it could actually even be like a wedding. Someone's getting married. Someone like a surprise proposal or something of that nature. Okay. But you're like, that's like external to you, so it's happening around you, but you're like in the mix, is what that feels like. Okay. In your sixth position, your accomplishments, you have Oxumar. Oxumar is like the Wheel of Fortune. All right. You could be there is a snake in this image, and I always say snakes are not a negative symbol for me at all, but in terms of like sneaky behavior. All right. So there's negative and positive. You could have someone who's two-faced that you're dealing with. Okay, so be very careful of that. Okay, could be an air sign that's two-faced. They could be lying. They're not telling the truth about a situation in your life. All right, or something that they did to someone that you love, etc. is what that feels like to me. All right, so with this, I do feel like on the you're dealing with some kind of snake-like character around you right now, so just be careful with who you're dealing with. I feel like some stuff is coming to light about this person, but it's gonna help you solve the clues to a mystery, is what it feels like. Okay, some kind of hidden, like a cold case kind of situation where something was kept hidden and now it's coming to light based on what somebody is revealing to you. Okay, so that is an accomplishment. All right, so that's good energy in terms of like you not having the answers that you're looking for, being confused and stuff is finally like making sense. Okay, because somebody else is revealing something to you. All right, in your 7th position, you have your spiritual self. You have the 2 of fire. Even before I put the cards down, as I put this card down specifically, I was getting like there's some kind of confusion. All right, but I was looking at this card, but there is some level of confusion here. But I was looking at this and I was saying to myself, there is some kind of spiritual confusion, or you're confused about somebody else's spiritual views, or you're thinking like somebody's spiritual views around you are not making any sense. All right, so it's kind of like putting 2 and 2 together. Okay, now that makes sense. Okay, now I understand why this person was going through this phase of ascension. Okay, it could be like a phase of ascension someone was going through. Okay, so like spiritual enlightenment, or like when people pass, they go through things like they have dreams, their body changes, like ascension, so that the things happen oddly around this person on a spiritual level, and you're now noticing this. Okay, or this could be happening to you where you're finally coming into spiritual enlightenment in a weird way. You could be having interesting dreams. All right, I'm feeling like Illuminati, so maybe some of you are like into Illuminati type of things. Well, Illuminati is really, it's not negative. It's really like delving deeper into your spiritual self, enlightenment, positively. Okay, it's not negative. If people portray it as a negative thing, they think that it's like connected to the devil, but it's not necessarily connected to the devil energy. This is more like like light work, like understanding psychic ability, Reiki, etc. That's what those powers are. Okay, like the all-seeing eye, like the third eye. So you're learning about these things. All right, so you're exposing yourself and other people to them, but it's a good healthy exposure. All right, so this is also coming within power, finding your own power within your own spiritual self, basically. All right, and usually you have to find your spiritual power through tragedy, unfortunately, in terms of like not necessarily like a loss of a person, but I feel like usually through drastic life changes that come suddenly to you. Like it could be a passing where, okay, I didn't understand, now I understand. All right, in terms of spiritual growth, these kind of things happen. People, like for me, for example, I went through some hard times in order to find to even find out that I even had the ability to read tarot cards. All right, so I had to go through some extreme things in order to find that out about myself. Okay, basically, which I could have found that out maybe years ago, but I just didn't realize. All right. In your 8th position, you have your mentality. Okay, you have the Zapana Shapana. Okay, this is like Virgo. This is like I said, you're dealing with some kind of spiritual introspection right now. Okay, there's that need for it, and it's mental. So it's like you're praying, you're meditating, doing spiritual retreating, those kind of things. All right. With this, I feel like this is also interesting. You're thinking about, like I said, with the Illuminati. All right, you're thinking about sacrificial things. Now, it doesn't have to be a person, but you're thinking about, is this real? Like, is this possible? Can this actually be, like, you know what I mean? But you don't want to do it necessarily. It's been on your mind. I feel like this is a way for you've been trying to figure out how to grow your business and your finances and etc. And you're hearing people talk about sacrificing and all this stuff. It doesn't have to be people, but I feel like you're wondering more about it. And it's like something probably occurred where some kind of truth on some weird spiritual stuff is going on here with you. All right, so there's this need to like come above that and really make sense of it, like I said. All right, In your ninth position, you have what's changing. You have the Ace of Air, the Ace of Earth. Sorry. All right, like I said, you are looking for different ways to build your business and your finances. Okay, so this is a new beginning on the financial front for you. All right, you could actually be doing some type of work with a Taurus, because there is a bull here, so you could have a Taurus that you're dealing with. All right, and this Taurus, I feel like has been wasting a bit of your time. They're like, it's almost like they have one foot in and one foot out kind of feeling to me. Okay, that they want to go all the way, but they don't. All right, if this is a relationship, they want to work with you, but they're not sure if you're going to stick around, or you're not sure if they're going to stick around very long to hold this business deal together. Is what it feels like. Okay, so just be careful. Like I said, be careful what kind of partners you have, because people can be a little flaky. All right, but that's going to change. I feel like you're going to drop somebody to move on to someone else, though, in terms of a business partnership. If a relationship, you feel like someone, like I said, is hot and cold, so you're trying to move on to somebody else, is what that feels like. All right, someone who's willing to go all the way. All right, in your 10th position, you have the Six of Water. Okay, this is what's your resolution here, and the last card, I promise. The Six of Water is basically like something or something from the past, like returning. All right, like I said, you did have some kind of clarity here with something that returned from the past. Okay, with this though, I feel like you're trapped. There's some kind of trapped feeling here. You could be surrounded by people for whatever reason. You could be getting a lot of exposure. What kind of work do you do that you're doing? So I feel like as you look at the steps, you did take some drastic steps in order to get to where you wanted to financially. All right, if a relationship, you did kind of exposed, you did kind of opened up some type of spiritual exposure on someone else's part. All right, so they probably weren't ready for that to be exposed yet, but you exposed them, but you're also exposing yourself at the same time. I know it sounds weird, but be open with who you are, basically. All right, don't worry about what people really think about what you're doing. Just do what you love to do, and that's all that really matters. No one can judge you, because at the end of the day, you have your spiritual protection and other people do. So don't worry about your business being lost or being defeated for something else somebody else did. All right, because you have you're spiritually protected. All right, Aries. Okay, that concludes your reading. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed it, comment if it resonated, and subscribe if you want to see more. All right, may many blessings come your way, Aries. Take care. Bye.